working with an individual, to see them grow, was really powerful. And I guess for me, there's that real heart to see young people supported through that stage of life, where I think so often we kind of forget that there's a real key transition at that stage of life. You know, they're not children anymore, but they're not quite adults yet, and they're learning how to adult in many ways. And I think it's that stage where we either expect them to have it all sorted and take on the responsibilities of an adult, or we expect them to do what they're told like they used to as they were kids. But they're in the middle of that. They're pushing boundaries, they're learning who they are, they're learning how to be independent, and that can be a really frustrating place to work with young people, but it's also a hugely exciting place to work with young people.
Detached youth work is a flexible form of youth work that operates without the use of a building and takes place where young people are at, both geographically and developmentally. Detached youth work is a great way of delivering a high-quality service to young people who either choose not to use other youth work provisions or do not have easy access to it. Engaging with the youth workers is entirely voluntary, but can deliver countless informal learning opportunities and addresses whatever needs are presented to or perceived by the youth worker.
So this pitch here is kind of where I do a lot of my work. So I do a lot of detached work around here. It's inspiring. Trying to walk the journey with young people, see them grow, give them alternatives, and achieve what they could.
The launch of the last year's work in Basildon has been completely seed funded by the VVU. So I mean, ultimately the VVU provided that opportunity to step into something new.
The VVU and Active Essex have funded detached work aimed at 10 to 14-year-olds in the 7 districts of Greater Essex with the most levels of youth violence. Over the past 18 months, our locally based youth work partners have provided over 5,000 hours of detached and outreach youth work. Each team engages with an average of 20 to 30 young people every week.
Actually, the youth work relationship, the relationship with the youth worker may be the only adult relationship that a young person actually chooses to have. And so that relationship itself becomes an empowering and supportive thing.
I'm working with a young girl and she's struggling in terms of her personality. She doesn't like herself. We are working towards how she can love herself. The first thing for her to do to start to understand that she's worth something, and whatever she sees on the TV or on a newspaper is not truth. It doesn't reflect a perfect body, if you like. So yeah, so we are working on that at the moment with her.
I really want to see young people growing up being inspired and taking pride in where they are, and knowing that they're supported by the communities that they're in. It'd be really valuable.
VVU's aim is to place a trusted adult in a young person's life when they may need it the most, and by doing so, divert young people away from getting involved in serious violence or other situations that may put them at risk.